All right. So, let's try this again. I don't know why my Sun Sky actor is not working. Sun Sky new. Viewport. I don't know why this isn't working, but it's not working. Sun Sky is not working for some reason. Skylight, sky atmosphere. I mean, I don't understand. I read, in fact, the other day, I read someone complaining of the same problem, and I skipped over why or how they solved it because I didn't have that problem, and now I do. My other Sun Sky was working fine. Sun Sky not moving.
What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to make your sun move with your directional light. Now if I were to move my directional light as is, you can see the lighting will change. So if I put a cube in here, but we won't get the sun change. To change it in this type of setup, you need to click the sky sphere and click refresh. Move, click, refresh. But I want the sun to move dynamically with our skylight. So that way I can make maybe a time of day or maybe a dynamic day and night cycle. So let's do that, click File, New, and there's actually already a default set up for you to get started. I say to get started, it's pretty much done unless you want to make some minor changes. So we look at the sun now, and we click our directional light. If I rotate it down, it will dynamically move. This scene has four main components that make this sort of possible. You've got your directional light, you've got your sky atmosphere, which is the important one. We've got a sky dome. What the dome is doing sort of a backdrop in our horizon color. And the volumetric clouds, which you don't necessarily need. They look nice having them in. Now, if you want, obviously, this setup, all you have to do in your scene, all you have to do is copy what this scene provides. Now, this is the easiest way to do it. You can set it up yourself, but if you like how this already looks, grab the components you need: directional light, sky atmosphere, sky dome mesh, and volumetric clouds. Control C, File, New. Now, I'm going new because I don't have another level. You would be going over to your level. You don't need to click File, New and go default. Click your level. So whatever your level is called, main menu, arena, whatever. Go into your level. Now, if your level has a directional light already in it, just delete that out for now. Delete our sky sphere because we don't need that. And you will need to delete your atmospheric fog if you've got one, because what the sky atmosphere is already doing is it's basically doing what the fog already does. If I actually paste this in, so Control V, you'll see it will tell me to delete it anyway. So delete that out, and we have it all set up. Now the main components to this is literally just a sky atmosphere and a directional light. If I was to delete the clouds out and the dome out, you won't get horizon color anymore, but as you can see, our sun will move. And yeah, that is all you need to set up a basic sun and directional light. I hope this helps you guys, and this actually took me a while to find myself, even though it's very simple. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time.
Hello and welcome. In this tutorial, I'm just going to be briefly, well, just, quick and efficiently going over how it was that we used to be able to add sort of like a sky, to our maps or to our levels, and how easy it is to do it in UE5 and sort of go over, certain settings and whatnot. So without further ado, this will make for a very short tutorial. I might do more like this in the future, but let's just get right into it. So this will be New World, and we'll just call it the default. And we're actually good to go. So as you can see, nothing's in here. Nothing is in the world outliner, obviously, because it's a brand new level. So what it used to be is you'd have to add in s- a sky atmosphere, and then we can actually go ahead and add in a directional light. Now, when you add in the directional light in UE5, it's automatically you can see we got a nice little sky going on. But how it used to be was it actually used to be deactivated right off the bat. So if we actually were to type in atmosphere sunlight, this setting was actually deactivated by default. So you would have to turn that on. And this is how it worked in like UE4.
Hey guys, and welcome. So in today's video, what we'll be going over is creating a system in which we can use a real-world sun position. And what that means is basically the sun you can see on screen now is the exact location that the sun would be at around about this time of day at this time of year. That's in London, so it's in the actual position. Now this is good, but let's say you want to make a game set in a certain location, so a certain city or a certain country or anything like that. You can make it look even more realistic with the sun being in the correct position in the sky, and this is also very, very easy to set up. So without further ado, let me delete this code and I'll show you how I've done it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to enable a plugin. So we're going to go to edit in the top left, then go down to plugins. Once it's open, we're going to simply select all plugins here and search for sun position, like so, and we're going to get the sun position calculator. Now this is already built into the engine, so you don't need to get this from the marketplace or anything like that. It's built in and obviously completely free. So tick it there to enable it, and then you'll just need to restart your engine to make sure this is actually usable. And you'll see this obviously calculates the sun position based on latitude, longitude, and date and time, which is perfect for what we want. So I'm going to restart this and I'll get back to you once I've done that. So once you're back in the engine, we can close this page here, and what we're going to do is we now need to find the content this has given us. So we're going to go to Control Space to open our content browser, then we're going to press the little folder icon next all, so we can choose a path. And what you can do is open engine and plugins and go search for it there, or we can simply just search for sun, let's spell it correctly, sun position, and we want the sun position calculated content. Not C++ classes, just the content. Go there, and you'll see we now have BP sun position and sun sky. We have two different blueprints here. The one which I'm going to be using is sun sky, like so. It doesn't matter where you put it, just drag and drop it in. And you'll notice when I do drop it in and let go, what we're going to see is it's actually going to be quite bright. So this isn't as bright as it was when I tested it earlier. The screen was completely white, but this isn't exactly what we want. So the reason for that is we've now got two light sources in a level. So if we edit sun sky in the top right here, you'll notice that we also have directional light in here. Now this is actually perfect. The intensity here is 3, which is what we want it to be. For some reason when I did this earlier, the intensity was 75,000. So if your screen is just completely white, that will probably be why. I don't know why it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but basically that's why. So what I was going to do, we don't need to now, but what I was going to do was select our normal directional light, which we have in here, look at all these settings and make sure that the settings for directional light inside the sun sky blueprint are the same. So they obviously are the same for us already, but if you've changed anything over, make sure that you do change it over again, as you can see here. And once you have done that, we just want to delete the directional light from inside of our level, and you'll notice it's now perfect once again, as we're only using one directional light source. And then that's all we need to do to set it up. Now we can actually start using it. So if we select it once again, we can now change all of the different settings down here. So again, if we look up at it, you'll notice we have north, south, east, and west. If you actually have a north already set up in your level, and it's not in the correct location, you want to make sure that you don't just rotate it like that, because that's obviously not doing anything. What you want to do is actually rotate it using this north offset here, and that will actually work perfectly. So if I rotate it at 90, that means north is now facing this way. I'm fine with it facing the way it was originally. Obviously, it doesn't matter for me, but if it does matter for your map, change it how you need. Then all we need to do is change the latitude, longitude, time zone, and also the month and day, as well as the time. So I'm going to be setting this up for London, just because why not? So the latitude for London is 0.1276, the longitude is 51.5072, and the time zone at the moment is 1 because we're in BST. So the time zone is going to be UTC plus or minus whatever it is. So again, BST is UTC or GMT plus 1, and it'll also be the same for all your American time zones, European, Asian, all those different time zones which you have. Make sure it's perfect for UTC plus or minus, whatever number comes after that is the number you put in the time zone. North offset, again, I've already gone over, and now we want to do the month and day. So the month is going to be 7 for July, the day is going to be 4 for the 4th of July, which is the day I'm recording this. So actually, if you're American, happy 4th of July. And the time, I'm just going to do 11, as that's actually the exact time it is right now. So if I were to look up at the sun, it's up there, and if I were to look out my window, I'm not in London, but I'm obviously close enough.
So my freestacks.com stylist.
it using this north offset here, and that will actually work perfectly. So if I were to rotate it at 90, that means north is now facing this way. I'm fine with it facing the way it was originally. Obviously, it doesn't matter for me, but if it does matter for your map, change it how you need. Then all we need to do
Okay, so somehow it was just a matter. It seems to have just been a matter of problem with it being in the blueprint, but not in the level. So in the level, it seems to work fine. So what was the other one? It was Unreal, Day, Night, Stars. And I've already built this level. I just need to rebuild it. So, and not even
Love
rebuild all of it.
is a blend of
You know,
emotions,
just get it working. And I think I've got it all
bittersweet like a swirl of citrus,
or most of it.
bright.
See a sunrise, and then we can go here and just move that
Yeah,
here.
now
and
mine
we
wouldn't
can
work in
see
the
a sunset.
level like this, or in the
Now, while
blueprint
this is
editor.
pretty cool, if we actually
Don't
go
know why.
to night, there's not a singular moon, so we're gonna have to fix that. Just want to set the solar
What are
time
you
to
doing?
6.5.
What is it?
So you should see the sun kind of rising here, but not actually rising here. Then we're gonna go ahead, go to the directional lights of the sun, and add a new directional light as a child. This is important. You can call this the moon because it's gonna be, well, the moon. So here the light intensity, you want to make it a low value. You can use 0.4, anything very small, just usually under 1 lux really does it. I usually like 0.8. I really like the moon then. I'm gonna adjust the source angle to be pretty big. But before we set the other settings, we're just gonna actually see how the moon looks. How we do that? Well, we scroll all the way down in the details. Under atmosphere and cloud, you just want to turn on atmosphere sunlight, cast shadows on clouds, cast shadows on atmosphere, cast cloud shadows, and then you want to go to
Why
the
is this
you want to click the
not
down arrow. I have to be
rotating?
more specific. Click this down arrow, and then you'll find the atmosphere sunlight index. You just want to put that to 1, because 0 is actually the sun. Now we can see the sun got brighter, but it isn't a moon. The reason for this is that they're both on the same direction. So you just want to go at the source angle to be pretty big.
Okay, I can't.
But before we set the other settings, we're just gonna actually
Hold on a minute. What am I missing here?
that yeah, now we can see a sunset. Now, while this is how big the fin is, I like it at 5 for the
Why
sun.
can't I get this to turn?
And now while we're here, we can actually go take a look at the day and night cycle by going to the BP custom sun sky. And here at the solar time, we can actually adjust the values. So here we can see a sunrise, and then we can go here and just move that here, and now we can see a sunset. Now, while this is pretty cool, if we actually go to night, there's not a singular moon, so we're gonna have to fix that. Just want to set the solar time to 6.5. So you should see the sun kind of rising here, but not actually rising here. Then we're gonna go ahead, go to the directional lights of the sun, and add a new directional light as a child. This is important.
Okay, hold on. Did I No, I didn't delete the other one. I just copied it. So, all right, let's open up Sun Sky. And now I'll open up the old one. Right? That's weird. I thought I had more stuff in here. I'm pretty sure I did. Sun Sky. Undo. I thought I had a shitload of code written for this, but I don't see it here. I thought it had more code in here. It had a... Did I somehow... I think I somehow done something to this to lose things that I needed. Yeah. Darn it. Okay. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I thought I had, but I guess not.
So you should see the sun kind.
Viewport. Like why? I don't understand this view here. That's the old one. Go to this one. No, it's the same thing. Oh, okay. Well, there's that, but I don't know what's going on here. Let's go to noon. Save. Just go to the level. Yeah, okay. Perspective. Aha! Okay, cool. Great. Very nice. I love it. Already I can see that it's doing what I want. Very cool. Yeah.
Kind of rise in here, but not actually rise in here. Then we're gonna go ahead, go to the directional lights of the sun, and add a new directional light as a child.
As a
This is
child.
important. You can call this the moon because it's gonna be, well, the moon. So here the light intensity, you want to make it a low value. You can use 0.4, anything very small, just usually under 1 lux really does it. I usually like 0.8. I really like the moon then. I'm gonna adjust the source angle to be pretty big. But before we set the other settings, we're just gonna actually see how the moon looks. How we do that? Well, we scroll all the way down in the details. Under atmosphere and cloud, you just want to turn on atmosphere sunlight, cast shadows on clouds, cast shadows on atmosphere, cast cloud shadows, and then you want to go to the you want to click the down arrow. I have to be more specific. Click this down arrow, and then you'll find the atmosphere sunlight index. You just want to put that to 1, because 0 is actually the sun. Now we can see the sun got brighter, but it isn't a moon. The reason for this is that they're both from the same direction. So you just want to go ahead and scroll to the moon and make sure its pitch rotation is 180. Now you should see, yeah, there's the sun, there's the moon, and there's the sun. Now if I go ahead, go to my BB Custom Sun
Hold on.
Sky, and I move the solar
Go
time.
back.
The sun got brighter, but it isn't a moon. The reason for this is that they're both from the same direction. So you just want to go ahead and scroll to the moon and make sure its pitch rotation is 180. Now you should see, yeah, there's the sun.
Okay.
There's the moon and there's the sun. Now if I go ahead, go to my BB Custom Sun Sky, and I move the solar time up, you should see, yeah, here's the moon, and there's the moon. Now the solar time isn't really good, because it only goes from 4 to 22, and while we could fix this, I'm actually gonna go ahead and replace the time system this fin uses, because I find that a bit better than using solar time. So you can just compile and save. Over here, you're just going to take this directional light, the first one, and rename it to sun. Now it's going to glitch a bit, just
Okay. I really thought I had more code in here. Pretty sure I did, but or maybe this was it. I don't know. Not sure. Okay.
hit compile and it will fix again.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm doing this is because I just this is clean up, but the reason I'm gonna switch to time fin is, like I said, way easier to work with. So what do I mean with change the time? Well, currently we give this time a solar time, which is 0.
Okay, so that is a variable. I don't understand why. Okay, I guess everything here is as a variable.
0 to 24, but with decimals. Now I want to give this a precise minute, second, and hour count so it knows how to change the sun. So we just want to take this solar time and replace it with other variables. So to do that, we gotta replace all the references. So we're just gonna go ahead and create variables, new ones. We're gonna create a new variable for our hours.
Hmm. Eight hours, minutes, and seconds from solar time. Well.
And we're going to switch it from Boolean to integer. And just
Is he going under event tick? Or is it just a new variable?
this time and replace it with other variables. So to do that, we gotta replace all of the references. So we're just gonna go ahead and create variables and new ones. We're gonna create a new variable for our hours.
See, I have. Oh, I see. Is there some reason we have to do it this way, though? Not sure. But I think we're on the right track. Okay, let's carry on. So under time, what do I have on this one under time?
And we're going to switch it from
So we want to go to,
if there's a precise minute, second, and hour count, so it knows how to change the sun.
yeah, okay,
So we just want to take the solar time and replace it with other variables.
right,
So to do that, we gotta replace all of the references.
right.
So we're just gonna go ahead and create variables and new ones. We're gonna create a new variable for our hours, and we're going to switch it from Boolean to integer, and just want to
Nice.
add two other variables, one for minutes and one for seconds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rename this minutes, and rename the one under that, and not find references. Just wanna seconds. I'm gonna close the find results window, compile and save. Now we're gonna go to our event graph and fix all these references. Now here in the event graph, there's actually this fin where it checks every tick if the time changed, and thus it will actually go ahead and update the sun.
Oh, hold on, did I miss something?
Find results window, compile and save.
I have a hard time with this guy's accent a little bit.
Now we're gonna go to our event graph and fix all these references. Now here in the event graph, there's actually this fin where it checks every tick if the time changed, and thus it will actually go ahead and update the sun. Now it's using the solar time, which we don't want, so you just want to go to the solar time,
So go to the event graph.
delete that, and
Okay. So I can close this. Delete that. I add a pin here.
add 2 pins, so it's a total.
Total of 3. Are we broadcasting? Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Total of 3 pins.
Of 3 extra pins. Then you want to drag the hours in, get hours, drag the minutes, get minute.
Okay. Hours. Minutes. Seconds. Yeah, I'm just going to rebuild this because I think they've updated. I know they've updated parts of it, so. And
then you want to drag in the seconds, get seconds, and then you just want to go ahead and just clean that up, tidy it up a bit, just make this comment block a bit bigger. Then you want to drag in the hours, move that down, plug in the minutes, move that down, plug in the seconds, and finally move that down. And this is pretty spiffy already. Now if we go to the update sub, we'll see there's actually, here at the beginning, there's a place where we use the solar time. This is a conversion we're not going to be needing anymore because we're going to give it hours, minutes, seconds. We don't want to convert to solar time, or convert from solar time.
so where are we? We're in the update sun, right? Let me double check where he got that.
Already. Now if we go to the update sub, we'll see
Okay. So, update sun.
there's actually, here at the beginning, there's a place where we use the solar time. This is a conversion we're not going to be needing anymore because we're going to give it hours, minutes, seconds. We don't want to convert to solar time or
Okay.
convert from solar time. You can just delete both of these.
Okay.
And then here at the hour, minutes, and seconds, we just take our hours, take our minutes, and we take our seconds, and we
Okay.
just plug it in.
Whew.
Now just drag it around
Alright.
to clean it up a bit. That's cool. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I just want to go ahead and drag in the get some position execution pin to the sequence den one. You can also move this.
Wait, say it again.
That's cool. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I just want to go ahead and drag in the get sun position execution pin to the sequence then 1.
Sequence then 1. Okay.
You can also move this closer now that there isn't. Any more nodes there? Yeah, this is looking clean. Now
Okay.
there's one more place where we actually use the solar time. If we go to
Is
is
DST?
DST or
Is daylight savings, which I'm not going to use because daylight savings time ought to be done away with, I think. Okay.
is daylight savings time. Go open up that event. We'll see. Yeah, there's in fact 2 places where we use this. 1 place actually. Sorry. So I just want to delete this get HMS. From solar time, and then plug in the SDST. Just plug that execution pin all the way to this return node. Now we're gonna fix those references here by plugging in the hours in the hour, plugging the minutes into the minute. Plugging the seconds into the second. So now that that's fixed up, we don't use that anywhere here. Now we've actually changed the code in a good way, but before we can actually see how we changed it in a good way, just want to go ahead and look at the hours, minutes, and seconds and tick this I button, which
Oh, no, there's the thing. How does that work? Huh. Neat.
just makes it instance editable. If you can see, yeah, it's instance
Okay. Cool.
editable. I just want to do that for each singular one here of these 3 variables. And then we're also going to put in ranges, so it can't go out of a certain range by mistake. So let's go to hours. And the slider range should be 0 to 23. If we are 24 hours, that means it's a new day. Just want to go the value range 0 to 23. And then
Value range 0 to 23. What is this? Now I want it off. I don't want that to... Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted. How do I stop that from happening while... Oh, that's pretty cool. That's really pretty. That's really neat. Okay. I don't want it to compile, save. All right, I want it to stop doing this simulation thing for now. Stop simulation. It's not allowing it. It's weird. Like, I was trying to get it to work yesterday, but I couldn't figure it out, and now I don't know how to get it to stop, and it interrupts me. But that's all right.
we want to go to the minutes, and this will be 0 to 59. The value range will be 0 to 59.
Okay. Minutes. 0. No, come on, man. I don't need it to update every time I click here. Look. Break. Just stop doing stuff.
And then also for the seconds, you want the same amount.
0 to 59. Okay. Hey, beautiful. How are you?
If this hits 60, then it's already a minute, so we don't want to have 60 as a possible variable. Like just compile and save that. We'll also move the time in here.
Okay.
Move the minutes in here and move the seconds in here. Compile and save. Now we want to actually move this custom sun sky into our level so we can actually test this. So what you can do is you can just take the BP custom sun sky and drag it into the scene. Now if we go look at all the cubes, it has weird lighting hooked to it. Some shadows have double shadows and the lighting's very weird. And the reason for this is we're actually clashing the new atmosphere system with the old one we used to use. So look at the scene, there's this Skysphere blueprint, be sure to delete that. And then you also want to delete the atmospheric fog, which is the hugest clashy thing. Remove the skylight and remove the light source. And now it's a bit dark, and the reason for this is if we go to the BP custom sun sky, you'll see the time is well, nothing. So if we go
Oh, she
ahead
went
and
out.
push the hours forward,
They were
let's
both
say
out.
9 PM,
And he's still
and
there.
30 minutes in. Now if I adjust the minutes with the hours,
Yeah, isn't that cool? And I posted to somewhere. I am once again asking you. Oh, here she is. I am once again asking you to clean the aquarium. I've been posting that all over the place. Oh shit! Look at this image. See? Hey, you want to see something cool? Check it out. All right, so far it looks pretty good. Let's keep going.
Source. And now it's a bit dark, and the reason for this is if we go to the BP Custom Sun Sky, you'll see the time is nothing. So if we
BP
go,
Custom Sun Sky.
go ahead and push the hours forward, let's say 9 p.m. and about 30 minutes in. Now if I adjust the minutes with the hours or seconds, you'll see there's this weird glitching. And the reason for that is if we go to the BP Custom Sky and go to the viewport, if we click on the sun and we scroll all the way down till we find atmosphere and cloud, these three settings are actually very important. You want to turn on cast shadows on clouds, cast shadows on atmosphere, and cast cloud shadows. You want to compile?
I don't know if I want to right now because turn those shadowing settings on because what was that under though? I mean, I should, I guess, but that's in the blueprint under sun. I don't know that I want to do that because my graphics card isn't very powerful. What was it under? Sun, atmosphere, and cloud. Yeah, I'm going to not do that just because I'm not going to use clouds for a while until I get a better graphics card. So I'm going to leave it as it is. Let's see. Is anybody watching the stream? I don't know. Maybe. I hope so. I doubt it. Nobody ever does. Or very seldom do people. Yeah, no. It's just me and the field mice. All right. So let's carry on. Let me plug in my phone. There we go. Doop-de-doo.
Save. Now if we go ahead, we're going to adjust the hours. Now it won't have that weird glitching anymore. And now that we've gotten this
Compile, save, and then we can adjust the hours. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I love it. Okay.
date and time before we actually wait. There's something I want to do. I want to delete the solar time now that we don't reference it.
Okay.
And we'll compile and save. And yeah, now we have these variables to play around with, which is nice. If I go to 12 p.m, you can see the sun there, or the moon, I mean. That's really cool. We're going to be customizing these two later.
I want to know how to.
We're just going to code in the general day and night cycle quickly. So we're going to go ahead and right click the content browser and create a new blueprint class. This will be of type game state base. I'm going to be saving the time in the game state, but you can save it anywhere you want. I just think it fits in the game state. So I'm just going to name this BP custom game state.
Might as well bring that up.
I'm going to open that up. Okay, now I'm going to go to event graph. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to add a variable called time of day in seconds, because I want to calculate the time of day in seconds. It's very easy, and you'll see why pretty soon. So the variable type should be integer. We don't want any floats here.
I think you know what? It may actually work
and
right
I'm also
now.
going to go ahead and delete this event tick. We don't want tick because I'm actually going to use a timer as tick. I just find it a bit better. So in the begin play, you just want to drag out the execution pin and search. I think it's get timer. Actually, just search timer, set timer by event. Sorry. And I just want to drag off this event delegate and create a new custom event. So it's named add custom event. I'm gonna call this time update, which this because this updates.
No,
the
what is
time
this crap?
cycle. Now over here, we can take this time here and promote it to a variable. Now I'm gonna name this time amount.
Hold on. Time of day in seconds under variables components. Let me clear this and close it. Components. You know, sun, sky. Why can't it find this? This actually is the important part, because this is maybe the part that's going to help me get to get my wind stuff out. So under components,
Time of day in seconds.
okay, under components, time of day in seconds. Oh, yeah, got it. Well, what am I missing here? Uh-oh. Oh. You know what? What if I just delete save? Save. What if I just delete the old one and have it change the references? Why don't I do that? Let it automatically. Let me duplicate this and then hold preserved. Oh. No, you can't do that because, damn it. Save. Now I want to replace references to Arch Sun Sky. Replace all the references, yes. And now I've still saved the old code in here. Okay. Wow. Save all. I don't know why I have to save untitled, but it won't allow me. Play. Let's just see what it'll do now. Oh, cancel. All right, fine. Let's go to, where is that? It's right here. Our game state base. Compile? No. Oh, crap.
Because I want to calculate the time of day in seconds. It's very easy, and you'll see why pretty soon. So the variable type should be integer. We don't want any floats here. Just compile and save that. And I'm also going to go ahead and delete this event tick. We don't want tick, because I'm actually going to use a timer as tick. I just find it a bit better. So in the begin play, you just want to drag out the execution pin and search, I think it's get timer. Actually just search timer, set timer by event. Sorry, and I just want to drag off this event delegates and create a new custom event, so it's named add custom event. Now I'm gonna call this time update, which this because this updates the time cycle. Now over here, we can take this time here and promote
I
it
think I have all
to
of
a
this
variable.
built.
Now
I just
I'm gonna
need to know
name
where my
this
new things are.
time amount
To
to
take a second.
tick a second.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and take this time and divide. So I'm gonna take this amount to tick a second and divide 1. The reason for this means you can just type how many times you want this to update a second, and then it's gonna do the math and actually put it here. It's just, you could directly put in time there, but this is just easier to go ahead and adjust the timer. So amount to tick a second, if I compile and save, I can type in a value of how many times it has to tick a second. So if I type 60, it's gonna update 60 times a second. And now we're also gonna go here to this loop and tick this on. This is very important. This is the
Set timer by
thing
event.
that actually makes sure the system works. So please don't forget this. Now, the first thing we're gonna do in time update is take our time of day in seconds and set it to our time of day in seconds plus amount we want to add on each tick. So we're gonna go ahead and promote this to a variable. Amount of seconds you add per tick.
Alright.
So yeah, this is amount of seconds to add per tick. If we compile and save, let's say every tick we add 60 seconds, which means that every second we waste this amount of time. So this is how many seconds passes away. I'm gonna put it on 60 for now. You can adjust these values like you want.
9 seconds to add per tick. Let me just double check that. 60? Yeah, okay.
Like, make time go real time. It's just basic math here. But we also want to run a branch node. So drag out here. We're going to drag it quite a bit because we want to put a lot of code here. Just want to use a branch node. What we want to do is if our time of day in seconds is at the end of the day, we just want to restart the day. So we just want to take our amount of seconds to add per tick. No, we want our time of day in seconds. Get that. Now for the time of day in seconds,
Hold on a
whatever
minute.
equals the max time.
Hold on a minute. Time of day in seconds. Okay, I have that. Right? Yeah.
Time, then we should reset time. So just want to make sure that it's bigger and equal so we don't cause any overflows in the future or any weird stuff. That's perfect. Now time of day in seconds. Now we have to calculate how many seconds there are in a day. Well, that's pretty easy. It's 24 hours in a day times 60 minutes an hour times 60 seconds an hour, which means this is the end value. So if this is true, then we should take our time of day in seconds and set it to 0.
Set
Now we
time of
free.
day in seconds. Right? Yeah.
Set the day. Now you're probably wondering, hey, why did you make this huge open spot here?
Hey, why did you
we're
make this
actually
huge
gonna have
open
to go
spot there?
and write our values to the BP custom sun sky. Before we can really do that, we should cast and convert the seconds into time, which this custom sun sky will understand. So first, the cast. We have to go to our begin player and drag this out a bit. Now I want to go ahead and get actor of class. Now this get actor of class, the reason why we're using a get actor and not actors is because we just want a singular custom sun sky. You should only have one per level. There shouldn't be more as one per level. So now in the actor class, you just want to search BP custom sun sky. And that's what you want to cast it. And this return value, you just want to go ahead and cast to BP custom sun sky. We're gonna go ahead and cast to BP custom sun sky.
Hmm. Okay.
I just want to look at that execution code. Does this as BP custom sun sky? Just want to go ahead and promote that to a variable. We're just this as BP custom sun sky. Just want to go ahead and promote that to a variable. We're just gonna go ahead and name this sun sky because that's easier. And then you want to plug in the set timer by event. Perfect. And promote that to a variable. We're just gonna go ahead. And name this sun sky because that's easier. And then you want to plug in the set timer by event. This sun sky because that's easier.
Amount to tick a second, divide 1. This is a little different than the one I have. Set time of day in seconds.
And then you want to plug in the set timer by event. Perfect. Now, if we go ahead and... Okay, well, now we have to think, right? The reason why we actually took the sun sky is because we want to go ahead and directly input values into the hours, minutes, and seconds. Now, how we're going to do that? Well, simple. We're just going to take our sun sky, use a get mode, then we just pull out of this and set hours, and then we also make a set minutes, and then we make a set seconds. Perfect. Now we can just go ahead and just line.
Wait a minute.
Just gonna take our values into the hours, minutes. and
Wish he had a
seconds.
bigger box here. I
Now
don't know
how
why
we're
you
gonna
got
do
that
that? Well,
so
simple.
damn
Just
wide.
gonna take our sun sky.
Set time of day in seconds. Get sun sky. Why do I have... What's this? Well, I don't know which is which. Like, why do I have 2 here? Our sun sky. Is it this? Each of these goes to target. Do I just get this? Maybe. Let's find out. Aha. Look at that. Oh, it works. Oh, cool. Oh, that's so cool. Neat. And there's the moon. Oh, this is wicked cool, man. Oh, that's so neat. Huh. Oh, that's so awesome, dude. Very well.
use a get node. Then we just pull out of this and set hours, and then we also make a set minutes, and then we make a set seconds. Perfect. Now we can just go ahead and just line these up so we have a clean node tree. Just plug them all into each other so they update each other. I'm gonna drag this time of day and seconds in here. Just wanna drag the set node to the branch node. I'm also gonna go ahead and move this a bit to the right. Now this time of day in seconds, you're probably wondering, hey, what math do we have to do to get this time of day in seconds into something that the Sunscar will understand? Well, actually, if we go ahead and take our time of day in seconds and drag out of it and make time span, and we just want to alt-click on the line between the set time of day in seconds and days, so that has nothing connected. And you want to take the time of day in seconds and plug it into seconds. Now what this will do is it will take every single second, and if a second is 60, then it will actually increment minutes, and if minutes are 60, then it will increment hours. So it converts seconds into a perfect time span, which is what we need. So this return value, we'll just go ahead and break it. Break time span. Now we have it as a singular multiple values. So hours, okay, just don't want to drag it out like that. Hours will go to set hours, minutes will go into set minutes, and seconds will go into set seconds. Now you can go ahead and add reroute nodes, clean this up a bit. There's really a lot of ways to clean up blueprints and help make them more readable. And I could explain each and every way you can do that, but we're going to be here quite further. But we're just going to do this basic cleanup, and that already looks pretty decent. And so yeah, now we already have the day and night cycle ready to go. You can just go ahead, compile, and save. And now we can just go ahead and go to edit, go to project settings. Want to go to day and night, basic cleanup, and that already looks pretty them more readable. And I could explain each and every way you can do that, but we're going to be here quite further. But we're just going to do this basic cleanup, and that already looks pretty decent. And so yeah, now we already have the day and night cycle ready to go. So you can just go ahead, compile, and save. And now we can just go ahead and go to edit, go to project settings. Want to go to maps and modes. We want to go to our game state class, and we change this to BP custom game state because we're using our own game state. Now you just want to go to your first person example map, and now if I set the time to 0 and 0, and I hit play, it should go ahead. Yeah, there the moon goes, does its thing for the morning, and then it sets, and then the sun comes out on the other side, and the daylight is very bright. That's already super cool. But this is still not the full potential we can reach with this system. We can go higher and go better. And for the next part in this video, I'll actually show you how we can go ahead, add clouds, add stars, and also fix a tiny quirk with our time. So what's that tiny quirk before I go? Well, if we go ahead and increment the hours, let's say it's about 10 AM. We set the 10 AM here. If I go ahead and play, it's going to work, but it's going to set the time. To 0 because we told it to do that in our custom game state. So we're just going to have to go ahead and write code here, which will stop doing that. But that's for the next part. Really can't wait to see you guys in the next part. I'm really hyped about this. I've been spending quite a lot of time getting this to work. but I'm really happy with the end results I get at the end of this series. So without further ado, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. Hit like if you liked the video, hit dislike if you didn't, and work, but I'm really happy with the end result. The moon looks. But before you intensity, you want to make it a low value. You can use 0.4 anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and right click here and make a new.
Okay, let's start over. Oh, but this is too cool, dude.
In our code.
All right. So what we have is got these things, and now I've got to figure out how to make save all. Nope, can't. Let it run. I do want to slow the speed down somewhat, but I mean for now I'll leave it. But I want to slow that the day-night down. But it's pretty cool. I need to adjust the multiple directional lights problem, but we can get to that in a moment. guess I need to reverse that. I would have thought, or I did think, that the sun would be 1 and the moon should be 0, or vice versa. I thought the sun should be 0, that it would take first priority, but let's see. Let's see if that fixed it. Yeah, that's better, right? Yeah, now that's more normal. Yep, okay. Yeah, I would have thought it would be the other way around, that the lower number would be the higher priority, that the sun would have more of a claim to the shadowing, but I guess not. Well, it looks rad, dude. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Next. Now, let's go ahead and let's say 10 o'clock. And wow. Save all. I don't know what it is you wanted me to save here. Save level. I don't need to save the level as anything else. I'm content with it. Okay, I'm going to listen to this in the background, but I am going to now try to get like Art, Sun, Sky. I don't need to do. I want to find out how. Excuse me. All right, I think I now have it all set. I think this all works. I want to check it one more time, and then I wanted to see about getting my wind into the game state and then putting that into the sloop. So let's take a look. What she look like? All right, here we go. I need to move data from the game state thing into the other thing.
What's his name over at Marvel Comics? The fake editor-in-chief guy who pretended to be Rush.
This is what I want. How do I get data from the game state blueprint to the what do you call it? Create a blueprint class that inherits from game state base, which I did that. Then
he's kind of the CB Cebulski of Disney. Reportedly asked for, but ultimately ignored advice from Governor Ron DeSantis
open BP
regarding
game
Brown.
state. Create a variable that will be set by the level blueprint.
Parental rights in education.
MyVar from level blueprint. I'm just going to do that.
I wish we could make
All right, hang on, Ethan. I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, so in open BP game state blueprint, let me just do this. I'm just going to go methodically through this, right? So we can close Sun Sky, and we'll go to. All right. Oh, you know what? This can be variables. How do I create a folder here? It's transformation, right? No, I don't want that. Bum 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 ba-dum dum 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 dum. How do I create a folder here? Or is it is there a description or a category? Oh, category. How about that? Look at that. Day and night. Day night stars, right? Copy. Bonk. Check that out. What's this as BP Art Sun Sky? What the hell is that? I don't know what that means. Day night stars. Day night stars. Category day night stars. There we go. Why is this as BP Art Sun Sky rather than just being that? I don't know. Compile. Save. Let me just make sure it works. File. Save all. Yeah, of course. No. Play. All right. So here's what's going on. Just make sure it works. Yep. Looks like it's working. It's weird lighting, but it's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. Love it. I'm a happy dude. So what I want to do, I'm just going to go through this dude's description in the forum and see if I can get whatever he's building to work. And then I'm going to substitute, or actually, yeah, maybe I'll just build it as he's building it, and then I'll substitute. Okay, so this seems to work beautifully. Okay, so
that he phoned the state administrator for advice on how to handle the situation, which he then, in turn, outright ignored. This is the thing. I'm telling you, these SJWs are so
I
goddamn
have
powerful.
the game state blueprint.
We have to evolve.
And
Like,
now
society has to evolve some sort of ability to ignore them. And just
easy.
we're not used to it.
Okay, so
Nobody's
open
used to
BP
being
game state
swarmed.
blueprint.
I
Create a
understand
variable
it.
that will be set by the
Again,
level blueprint. Let's call it
nobody's used to
MyVar
being
from
swarmed by
level
these people
blueprint.
harassed.
Why don't I try that? I'll
And
just call
we
it
get
that.
the submission.
Copy.
Nobody's used to it, but we have to get used to it because it's part of the internet
variable.
now. You can't make decisions
V.
based on what a mob of like permanently online creeps say. You can't do that.
And let's set
You
it as
just can't do
type
that. You
float.
gotta make decisions
Why not?
based on what a mob of permanently online
Oh, you know what? I
I
should
don't know, zeros say about Disney. From now on, listen to them.
take the spaces
He
out.
wrote it. This new twist in the ongoing row between House of Mouse and the Sunshine State over
L.
the latter's newly
Okay.
legal ruling was first made public by the governor himself in his upcoming memoir, The Purge to Be Free,
Okay.
Florida's blueprint
And
for
set the
American
variable
survival. Oh, look at this guy.
in your level
Is
blueprint.
he like is this guy like for real?
Get the current
What do you
game
think?
state, cast it to your
Is he,
game state, and
plan?
set the variable MyVar
Is
from
he
level blueprint.
an establishment plan?
In the
Yeah,
level
see, this is
blueprint
what I
and
don't
your actor
understand
blueprint.
about these guys.
Okay, so
Okay, so you're perfect. basically
Okay, so
tells you, hey, please make this stuff better. You know,
two
do this, do
in the
that.
games. Okay, so
Stop
my
fucking
ver
up
from
Star
level
Wars,
blueprint.
stop it.
Now I go
You
to
ignore
level
those
blueprint.
people.
Open that.
Why can't you ignore
Compile,
the gay rights
save,
lobby the same way? Especially when they're
and
wrong. And they're
so
wrong
now we
about
want.
this was a presumptuous
Oops,
and stupid
this one.
thing that they were asking
Open level
for.
blueprint.
Why are you able to effectively ignore Doomcock and Gary Nerdrotic?
All right, so
But
we
you
have.
can't ignore a bunch of gender confused panhandlers on the internet. I don't understand.
I'll just
that.
do it right here.
Oh my God, help me with them.
So in
Has
the level
anybody at Disney
blueprint,
ever said, help me,
where you can calculate
deal
some
with,
state of your game, you'll get the
Jeremy
current
Briggs?
game state, cast it to your game state, and set the variable.
They're harassing
So
us.
event begin play, then
Now
cast
that
to
is,
BP game state.
it would
Let's
be
do that.
establishments, as Raj Mathar wrote.
Where is event begin play?
How does this work? How do you crumble and go beg for help from the governor over the gay rights
I guess
lobby?
we'll just try it right here.
But the lobby of
Can
fans
I-
who actually pay your bills, you ignore. You're able to effectively ignore
Cast
them
to
the
BP
same way
game
you should
state.
be ignoring other activists. And you don't do that. You're able to. I know you can do it. You've demonstrated the ability to completely shut out the fandom. So how about if you shut out effectively? How about if you effectively shut out the activists on the internet who are demanding access to our kids?
BP, is it art? Game state? Yeah, BP art, right?
I mean, all Jeremy wants is Boba Fett to not suck donkey nuts. That's all he's asking for. You ignore
Game state
him,
base.
Boba Fett does suck donkey nuts. But when it comes to ignoring people, groomers and weirdos who are saying, no, we would like to be
No.
able to pervert and then reprogram Florida's children. We're
Okay.
gonna call this the Don't Say Gay Bill.
And then
As we slither into the
get the
public
current game state, cast it to your
schools
game state. So I
and
want to get game
teach
state,
these kids about our perversion.
object get game state.
And then we're gonna make TikTok videos talking about how
Get.
5-year-olds validated our delusions.
Get game state.
Oh, we gotta crumble. We gotta listen to them. We gotta listen to them. Disney must listen to them and make a step.
And
Take the stupidest choice that's ever been taken by any major entertainment
cast it to your
company
game
ever.
state and set the variable
And
my var
those
from level
of
blueprint.
people,
So
the
now I
parents
want to
of
set
Florida.
my variable from level blueprint,
But then you got
right?
those nerds.
So
You got Ryan Kinnell just saying stop, making this stuff suck and oh no, fuck that guy. Fuck them. Fuck the fans. Don't listen to them. We're not afraid of them and what they want.
set my variable,
We just have to listen to people who want our agenda
Right.
to be even more extreme. Those are the people we're afraid of.
yeah. So
I mean, you get what you deserve.
set.
You absolutely get what you deserve.
What's the name of my
Watching the
variable?
MCU get dismantled with bullshit.
My
Phase 5, whatever that garbage is.
my var from level blueprint.
Man, it's a joke. You guys
Oh.
are a joke. All you had to do was just stick to the program, stick to the plan.
Wait a minute. This is in the
But,
level
this
blueprint,
is the thing
right?
I say about it.
Yes.
I
My
can't
var-
expect Star Wars to be good. The more I think about it,
Set the variable.
more I realize I can't expect
Now
Star
in your
Wars
actor
to be good
blueprint, you will
because
get the
not
game
everybody's a
state,
genius.
cast it to your game, and then you can
You
read
look
your
around
variable.
in the
Okay.
comic book industry.
So we are
Just in
at,
that little microcosm from which
and now I need to
subtract
set that
my
variable,
rules.
right? Which is
These people
my
suck.
var.
These people are not good storytellers. They don't have
Not
ideas.
target,
They're not
is it?
divinely
Oh, it is
inspired. They
target.
don't give a shit.
Okay, so my
They're just
var goes
pumping out
to,
the same garbage stories over and over and over again. Just expecting people to roll with it.
that's not right. Or it doesn't look right.
And I realize that there is
Or
only
maybe,
one
see, it's hard to know
source.
because they've changed things over the years. So
There is
BP
only
game
one
state goes to
Dr.
target,
Seuss. There
or
is
as
only
BP
one
game
Roald
state.
Dahl. There is only one H.P.
As BP art game state
Lovecraft.
goes to, why does it say as?
There is.
Hey dude, you want to go outside? All right, why isn't this working? Why is it not working? Target. Well, I don't know what the target is. I mean, I don't know how to use this target. Or like, how do I define this target?
Thank you so much. You guys
Does it
are
go there?
just awesome. It is like fire tonight. Of course it is, as usual. When we get
Does it work
together.
that way? Really?
It's amazing. Do we do it? I mean, we don't have a lot of people in here. Do we?
All right.
We do. We have like 819 people.
So there's that.
now.
Let's put this up here. And this is okay. Let's do it like this.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
I want to put it here into a comment,
Thank you to the great John Mayer.
and then send data to Sloop. Send how about send level BP data to Sloop. Let's do that. That works, right? Compile, save. I hope this works. Okay, so now let's go to now in your actor blueprint. You'll get the game state, cast it to your game, and then you can read your variable. So let's go to actor blueprint, which is the Sloop. Oh, he sings like a nightingale. Event graph. Okay, so let's see here. This is bring data from via game state. Okay. Bring data, compile, save. All right, so what we want now is event tick. When was this made? This was June of 18. No. Okay, so event tick cast to BP game state. Where is event tick? Okay, this stuff can stay here. So I want to bring this. That's it. That's out of the event tick. So let's come down to here. Cast to art game state base. Okay. And then get game state, return value into the object. Get game state. Right?
Success. You know, that's just amazing. I can't wait to show Andrew
Right?
this.
I think that's it.
When I launched this campaign,
I think this is it. And then
make
cast.
$5,000 on this, and then,
Dude, this is cool. If it works, it'd be awesome. It's exactly what I wanted.
Happened in the first day. I mean, that happened in the first hour. I think.
Oh, and see,
Just,
that one didn't have a
I don't
target.
even know what to say. It
It's weird.
depends on you guys, obviously, to make
Okay, so
can't do it without you. And every single time you exceed our wildest expectations. And the end result is exactly
And
what
then-
you saw in that Pizza Medi video.
then you can read your
It's the
variable.
box
So,
goes, I didn't
let's
know I was
go
getting all this stuff. Well, that's
my
what
var from level
crowdfunding is.
blueprint.
You know, crowdfunding is the idea that you say, boy, I'd really like to make
As
this
BPR
comic book.
game state.
I
Why
hope
does
you
it say
can give me
as?
$25 to make this
Maybe
comic.
it's
Here's what gonna
simulated.
be. And,
Yeah,
the more
there
support
says that
it
too.
receives, the more
Okay,
that
so
you
target.
receive,
So
in return for
my var from level
investing
blueprint.
your $25 in my idea, in my
Get my.
my goal. And I
Oh
love that.
man,
I
this is gonna be
really
cool.
love
It's gonna work, I
crowdfunding.
think.
It's,
And then
it
print
is
string.
the best way to do business. It
Print
rewards
string.
people who believe in your dream.
Okay.
And it
And
makes
then-
it so that as a businessman, you have a precise.
So this goes into the
understanding
string.
of what it is that your customers want, how much they want it, how many customers
Okay.
there are.
Wow.
It's hard to lose money. It should be if this
Now
is
what?
done correctly.
Compile.
People
Save.
should be able to run businesses that are self-sustaining and that can last forever. So once again, I'm grateful. Thank you. Let's take a look and just see how many John Malin.
So what's the first one?
We're at now.
So
this is what most people are interested
open
in
BP
right
game
now.
state.
John
Create a
Malin's,
variable that will be set by the level blueprint.
1135
So in your level
copies
blueprint,
of
where you can
Malin
calculate some state of your
comics
game, you'll
sold
get the
right
current
now.
game state, cast it to your
Just
game
shy
state,
of,
set the variable.
1200
So I need to set the variable
fantastic.
myvar from level blueprint, and that needs to be turned into something. So in the game state,
Keeps going up and up and up. You guys are the best. While you're here, go take a look at Cyberfrog Dark Harvest. The Dark Harvest campaign. I think I just it went into demand.
This is just
a couple days
here.
ago. Was it yesterday that it went into demand?
and in fact, I think this is going to be wind,
I'm so
right?
busy.
The wind variable.
Time is running together.
And then sale map.
But the Dark Harvest campaign. Get a hold of this right now. I would love to make Dark Harvest an even better comic book than what it is
Compile,
right
save.
now. We'll see
So
how it goes.
here,
Make a little
what I
commercial
want.
for it. I'll make a trailer for it. I already know what song I'm gonna
In
use. Show
This
you
is the
all
level blueprint,
and give you a little
right?
taste of what the story's about.
Yeah, this is the level
And
blueprint.
talking about
I want to
Cyberfrog
get
3, I'm gonna give
this, and I
a
want
little
to.
bit of air to breathe. We were going to just ram Cyberfrog 3 into March 15th because it's the Ides of March. It's an appropriate holiday. Last time we launched Cyberfrog 2 on an Ides of March. I'm not going to do that. I think it's too
I need to
soon.
give it some
Let's
data.
give
Like, how do I? What do I
Dark
do?
Harvest some
What do I
air to
tell it?
breathe, and build it up a little bit. Let's make this a really good book. It's basically Cyberfrog 2.5.
Let me run it and see if it does anything. I don't think it will. File, save all. Okay, cancel. I can't do that. But I don't think it'll do anything yet because I didn't. I mean, it set the variable, but it didn't say anything.
Never been Chromium before.
Or did it?
Corrected edition, complete with the
Huh.
Diary of Heather Swain. It's going to be the best version.
I think those zeros
that there's
are
ever been. It's really going to be
some of
nice.
that information.
So, those two
So now
opportunities are
I
right
have
now. Just 3 books. That's all we're offering on
send
this
level
campaign,
blueprint
just 3.
data to Sloop,
Somebody
right?
asked
So
if I
in
could
the game
make,
state base,
Salamandroid that Sting available again, because even now as we're fulfilling it, we don't have the book in yet. We will have it in very soon. Even now as we're fulfilling it, fulfilling Rack Planet, like a lot of people missed out on Salamandroid that Sting, and I think they're going to want it. I might add it as an add-on here so people can get that Sting if they want to. I think that would probably be appropriate and fair. I've given everybody every single chance possible to get Rack Planet, get back Rack Planet.
so how
but
do
that
I?
Sting, not so much, so maybe I'll do that. All right. Stop sharing.
Can I give this number to? Can I say set
My arm. I don't know if it's from.
my?
I don't know what this is here. There's a
No.
name right here. Let me see. Kick Ethan says Jiminy Cricket. I mean, let's
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna
Oh,
work
that's
that way.
old.
How do I turn? Like, how do I tell it that?
Walls in the chat here. I gotta fast forward. I gotta scroll down.
Now the question is, how do I get this?
Anyone afraid of parental rights is evil, says Patrick Gate. Simple as that. Your beard is so dark, Scott Adams avoids it, says Brian Ricker. What's going on with your boy Zach? Your boy Zach is pissed at Scott Adams. EBS is ready for the Village People reunion, says SHS Rebels 08.
Yar, wind direction. How about that? Compile and save.
Hold on. Scrolling down.
So I've set Yar wind direction in game state base.
I don't really ask for that too much.
Now I go to the to here, and I want to set.
This is news. Chicago Mayor Lori Zombie Lightfoot was fired.
This is-
Fired Beetlejuice for last. That was an ugly, stupid woman.
Yes.
Like, she's a stupid woman, and she's hideously ugly. How did she get elected by the
Set.
people of Chicago? They fired her? What did they fire her for? I gotta read the news about that. Everybody's excited. Lori Lightfoot gone.
Wait, you know what? Why don't I
Cecil's
leave
the
that
guy.
alone?
Cecil.
Why don't I try setting that down here?
Says you're welcome. Thank you, Cecil. Appreciate it. All right, hold on. Still scrolling down.
Set.
Oh no,
Yar.
Says crowdfunding means
No.
you are thieves in the news guide. Yeah, there's a whole lobby of people
Okay, how do I get,
anti-Comicsgate,
or
who are trying to
I can't get it, so how do I set
steer
it?
the idea of crowdfunding
I mean, I did it here,
in the eyes
though,
of the public. And I think the reason why is because, again,
of getting it out of here, but
is, very democratic.
how do you put that information in there?
Bring Cecil in here. Hey, Cecil. Hi. Cecil, I think the reason why people like, say,
Should I
Vicky
cast to game state here?
and the other various training creeps on Twitter, I think why they might be trying to smear crowdfunding and say it's like a scam and all this stuff is because it's something that's outside of their power. You can't. They've tried to take me down personally. They've tried to take certain individuals who are good crowdfunders down.
Ethan,
What?
feeding herself is outside of her power.
I know.
These are the life's losers. I mean,
Yes.
give me a
Try
fucking
this.
break.
Yeah.
Get to Yar wind direction and just
Well,
plug
no,
it
I
in.
understand that, but what they can do is people
That's
kind of go,
my
yeah,
variable
crowdfunding.
from
What
level
they did that
blueprint.
drove me nuts,
Let's
there
just
was
try
this
that.
whole thing going
Compile.
around that was like, you're
Save.
basically giving Ethan Van
So,
Sciver a no interest
This
loan.
should
And
give
that's, that's it's not a loan.
in here,
You're not getting your money back. I'm not
give
closing
me
back with interest. You're getting product back.
like bright orange.
Project is succeed, is
Okay.
completed.
Now
They keep
hopefully
saying all
this
these
will
weird
be
things that just are designed to create, like,
the
suspicion
direction.
for
This will
people
be
about crowdfunding.
Yar,
Because if people stop
direction.
using crowdfunding,
maybe,
then that's it. Then they have all the power.
play.
Then publishers have all the power. If nobody can use crowdfunding,
If this
to
number
make
matches
novels,
the,
then you have
no,
to go on
fuck.
your hands and knees to DC, Marvel, to Boom, to all these other
Well,
companies, to
they're all
Image,
0 at the
and I don't
moment,
want
but
to. I like this. I like talking to you guys. I like saying,
no,
you
shit.
guys fund this?
Why is
I
it
got
not
an
giving
idea.
me a good
Cyberpunk
number?
3. Will you guys fund it? Can I do it with you
Hmm.
guys? I prefer that, and I'd rather not have that,
Okay,
that
it's
agenda. and
it's
that
doing
idea,
something,
that
but it's not giving me the right
purpose,
number.
taken away from me by
Because the
every
11.924 is correct, well, I mean, for both of them, but how do I get that number?
It's really disgusting. Everything that we do.
How do I
is
get that number?
amazing. Cyberfrog 2 is fantastic. I think it's the best campaign. I think it's the best comic book campaign up until Cash Grab.
Okay, I'm setting it incorrectly or something.
Reassess. But we need crowdfunding. It's important. It's very important, and I sense an agenda. What is this? 24-hour Ides of March cover for Harvest, says John 5 F76.
I got an agenda for Vicky. Address your mail path and all of this.
That would be a good agenda.
Then when that's taken care of, go after Cyberfrog. Full tilt.
EBS looks like a fat Tim Pool with that hat, says Ben Jammin. Make Dilbert versus Cyberfrog happen.
Okay, I don't know how to do this
No.
yet.
I mean, honestly, I'm not interested in Dilbert at all. Did you ever read Dilbert?
Not really. It was like office type humor. I never worked in an office. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, it's like working in a cubicle is a fate worse than death. And I guess I could read a couple of them and go, oh boy, that really does sound horrible.
That's so my manager.
Yeah. That's my life. It isn't my life.
When the coffee machine breaks, oh my god.
my necktie sticks straight out at
Set.
a 90-degree angle. I don't know why, but it just does, because that's what working in an office is like. Here's your boy Zay Comics. He says, congrats on the campaign.
This should work, though.
Class tonight. Broke 19
Oh, wait a minute.
Lost Pages 3, and Lori Lightfoot was fired. What a great night.
I think she lost the election. That's what they mean by fired, right?
Is that what it is?
No, was there an election?
Why would there be an election? Aren't all elections in November? Or unless
Break.
special elections?
The problem is somebody's going to say her name 3 times and she'll come right back.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know why this isn't.
Woman. I do not understand for the life of me how she was elected.
Was it an election? Oh, she lost. Yeah, well, there was a runoff.
To your wind direction.
Yeah, that's right.
Get out of here.
That's weird.
Get the fuck out. These people are destroying America. Can Scott Adams come to Comicsgate, says John. Scott Adams is worth $100 million. I don't know if you know that about him. Scott Adams is living the life
0.
Just in case, like, you guys are curious.
All right.
Like,
I don't think this is going to work this way. I don't know. I'm missing something, but this is. I'm on the right track, but I just don't know the detail of how to get this to stack up. See, I can. Like, how do I set?
Looks just like the old.
The old one was older.
You know what? Maybe it's something else. I don't know. Like, if I go to.
No.
What if I go into the.
I don't know. Who cares?
Like, where's the detail of. Okay, I'm in the event graph, right?
She's a concert pianist too. I think she's already split.
So, sail map.
Well, she aged out anyway.
So, I'm here. Where is it? Where do I set?
To hang on to these.
I should be able.
Let her go.
Let her go
Let me watch this again.
to the wild.
Or read this again. In your actor,
I'll try to come back.
and then you can read your variable.
Yeah.
At his ball.
Get the game state,
So,
cast it to your
was
game,
angry
and then
about the Scott Adams thing. I have not really looked. I don't know, man. I don't really get him lately.
is this different? My var?
But he is. Let's see here. Well,
In
I
the level
understand
blueprint.
He spent quite a long time raging about his racism here.
About Zach's race?
We'll figure this out.
No,
I'm on the
no,
right track,
Zach
I
is
think.
Raging about Scott Adams' racism.
Oh.
All right, hold on. Let me look at his community tab because I'm not sure like quite what I'm talking about here. This is just stuff that I heard and I haven't looked at it.
See,
yet.
I should be able to do this.
Can't be
I think.
expected to know everything. Oh, look at this. All of the interior art for First Kill.
And I know that this works because it is showing up when it's printed down here. It's just not in.
It's a secret Rambo book.
It's setting my variable from this. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna get the license for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and then do a book called Sewer Guys.
wind direction. Oh, wait a minute.
Sewer guys just be like life in the sewer or something like that. That
Text.
has nothing to do with. You know,
And then,
it should be called
I have. I've set it here.
Life
Set
in
it
the
to your wind direction.
But no, I'm just gonna leave off the part that tells you who the book's about. That's what he did here, and I get his reasoning, but his reasoning is autistic, and I recognize autism now in people. Well, why do you call it First Kill? Well, because the first movie was called First Blood. It was not called Rambo.
Set my.
Because Rambo wasn't like nobody cared about. Nobody knew what Rambo was.
Now he's an icon.
Right. Like
You could tell an 80-year-old grandmother. You know what Rambo
No.
is? She'll go, yeah, that's Stallone.
every other movie was called Rambo now.
No.
Rambo after that.
Is there a way to set
Rambo is.
set my var? No.
Like Terminator.
Can I get that?
Called it the First Kill.
Get my
Oh god. All
player
right,
index?
so,
No.
Let me see. Oh, he got his YouTube silver button.
Okay, so what if I cast?
found
See, I don't think it
mine
does it
says
here.
my
I think
YouTube
it,
silver play button, even though I initially
I think the
called
way
it-
I'm doing it out there is okay, but
That's good.
Stupid
Maybe I'll do
mosquito.
that one day. Somebody.
cast to
I'm so glad I don't read this every day. Hold on. I just got a bunch
get the
of
game
stuff
state.
First Kill this morning. Obviously, somebody's promoting it, but I can't figure out who it
I
is.
don't know
Who should I be
what I'm
thanking?
supposed to do.
Who's promoting First Kill? You think it's
I mean, this looks like what he's doing, but can I
you? It's
get
probably Critical Drinker, right?
Critical Drink.
Get-
That's a thing that's. Why is his name not up in the front there too?
get Yar wind
Yeah, it
direction?
should be. If you look at the campaign,
Where's Yar wind direction?
people are saying it's Neurotic that's doing it.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's
because
necessary though. I
like,
don't think
he's
that's
the only
doing it.
Chicago mayor to lose re-election in at least 100 years. Wow.
Oh, it might be Neurotic. Did he have Chuck Dixon on recently? I know he had Graham. He might have
Chuck,
Chuck.
Chuck Dixon on Neurotic today. This was 9 hours ago.
Oh, he was?
Neurotic Mass. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So definitely that's what it was.
Okay. You know,
Wait,
where do you
did I
think
just
they
do it?
promoted
On Neurotic show.
What's Neurotic show?
He does
No.
like a nooner, I think it's called.
A nooner what?
It's called Neurotic.
Where is Yar wind
But
direction?
what is it? What kind of show is it?
It's just like. What
I think I messed up.
You mean a live stream?
Yeah, with Chuck Dixon he had. And I
I think I
Nina's
messed
on
up.
there.
So you're
This isn't the
saying
mosquito.
that
I want.
you can
So my variable from level blueprint should be
That's ridiculous. Preposterous.
Right?
Is hide the main character and never
Two-
talk about it.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what this
Who should
Yar
I be
wind
thanking?
direction
You should be
is.
thanking,
Should be tutorial
whoever was
Yar
live
wind speed.
streaming,
Tutorial
and
Yar.
promoting
Yeah,
your
Toot
work.
Yar.
Well, that's who you should be thanking.
Right.
Okay. Daredevil mini review here.
Toot Yar
Just
wind
to
direction.
set out and stuff. I'm pretty shocked at how many people on the left and right support segregation in 2023. Y'all.
This should be
really wanna
working.
Living on this.
I don't know why it's not yet, but
Krakoa. That's the new X-Men storyline. Is basically their mutant segregation. I speak Zach.
okay, Yar wind direction
Yeah, because I
needs
didn't
to go.
understand. I was like, oh, am I going to find out? Wait a second. There's an atomic test.
So no
The
Yar
island
wind
came
directions
to
anywhere.
life, and it has its own intelligence. And then, no, I don't want to live
Right?
on that.
I don't want to
but
get
know what that
confused
has
here.
to do
So what I want,
with racism.
I want to set
It has to do with they live on Krakoa. That's the island.
my variable from level blueprint. Yeah, now I think I understand this,
Well,
but
I mean, listen, it
I'm
doesn't sound
setting.
so bad except for the fucking gigantic monsters. You know what I mean?
I think that is the island.
Yeah, I'm converting Toot
It
Yar
doesn't sound so
to
bad
my
except for
var.
The island is itself a gigantic monster. Like, if I could live in Marlton, New Jersey, with people that were all exactly like me, I don't think I would care.
How about this? Can I?
Unless Marlton, New Jersey was a monster with fangs.
How about I print this? Can I print this? Print string.
That's true. Cecil,
Can I just
okay,
do this?
Let's be frank about segregation for a minute here.
Okay.
All right. Now, I don't insist that society be segregated. That's a ridiculous idea.
Can I be Frankenstein about it?
I don't need the
No.
duration.
Yeah, just frank. You're gonna be
Break that.
Segregation.
Right.
It is bad. But listen, if you could live in a okay, somebody goes, all right, Cecil, your neighborhood is going to be terraformed to just people.
Give me a
that are just
color.
Like you.
How about white? Let's go with white.
So sorry about that. You want to
Okay.
leave, or you're going to stay, or what are you going to do?
It's gonna be a good looking.
Let's see what this looks
That's
like.
what I'm
Compile. Save.
You don't want to. It's not a prescription
Compile.
for society.
Save.
People should be able to look wherever they want.
Not a lot is gonna get done. I'll
Save.
say that much.
And
We'll look good not doing it.
But if I were like
Okay,
one of the
so-
X-Men, and it's like
Sail
I
map
could
auto
be
tree,
around
fuck
other
off.
places all the time. All right, that'll work. It's not really that great of an argument.
wow, no viewers. Hooray. Such a great podcast I have. Broadcast. Okay. Those are all zeros. Anything in white?
The ability to like things, or the freedom to like things, then we've lost literally.
No, it's not even printing in white. That's interesting.
Feeling like Donnie Cates right now.
Right?
I want to like things, but I've lost my freedom.
Okay,
Like,
it's not
like,
printing
really-
anything in
I
white,
want to
so
like things, but I'm just not allowed anymore. It's terrible. It's awful. And you know what?
You were on the side of Doomcock, I believe, where you should not watch Star Trek, right?
Right. Yes.
See, I'm on the other side.
You think
could
we
it be
should
that
watch Star Trek?
these just need to go after this stuff has happened?
Learn their lessons. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
there should be some kind of real. Now, I wasn't gonna watch it at all, but Gary and a couple and Critical Drinker and a few of those guys they literally gave them the full season. That's how bad they were doing. Is they knew they fucked up. They knew. Like, I watched. I love Star Trek. I'm not
Toot Yar wind direction.
on the nut jobs, but
Right?
it's something I really enjoy.
Game state base. I don't know what I'm not doing right.
I watched one episode.
My var from level blueprint.
I was like, oh, I'm out.
This is the level blueprint. So where is my var? It doesn't appear anywhere in here. It is just in. This is just game state base.
Fucking woke bullshit
But-
and nonsense, and I jumped into this as if it was the first episode, and I fucking enjoyed it.
Sail map.
What if the
So-
Westboro
Brainiac in it?
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna have Brainiac in it. It's the KKK. Of course, it's gonna have Brainiac in it. You talk to the KKK? Yeah, all they know is Brainiac. They're all Brainiacs. So you got Disney.
Okay, so it's getting here, right?
And you know,
It's just not returning any.
Someone said keep giving them your money. Now let me explain something.
Can I do this?
I have not given them any of my money. I've
Just see that. See if that works.
other ways, but I wasn't gonna watch a single episode of it.
See what that
If they
prints
were
in
smart
orange.
enough to like, hey, we fucked up. Like if they're gonna correct it and basically
Let's just experiment until it works.
This shit's almost like an apology.
Yes.
So I'm like, all right, like, what's the point of making them fail when they do shit that's not?
Okay.
Then it's like,
So it is getting that.
It's like, there's a weird.
Haha.
I don't know.
So it's
Listen,
getting
I
the
don't trust
game
it.
state base 0.
Every actor
Sweet.
on Star Trek: The Next Generation
Now.
is literally the biggest woke cocksucker on the fucking internet. They're all smug douchebags in real life. So I don't, I fully expect
Now.
if they do another season of this shit, it's gonna be like.
Why can't I
oh,
get?
Klingon named DeSantis is the fucking villain or some bull. They'll pull some kind of bullshit like that. But for now, and they knew people weren't going to trust them. That's why they sent out full seasons to like Drinker and a few other people. Because
Yeah,
I
see, it
wasn't
won't
watching
bring.
Then I heard like, no, they said it doesn't get woke. It doesn't fuck around. I said, all right,
It
I'll
won't
watch
do
it.
that.
Otherwise,
It
I'm
will
gonna
bring
spend a minute on it.
who sent them full seasons?
The
my
producers.
bar.
Wow, dude.
So they're fucking recognizing they fucked up. Like they're listening. So
Wow.
to
Well,
me,
hold
I'm
on.
Like, all right, like that's a good step. Like, so why would I?
That's
want
kinda
to
weird.
For being like, yeah, we fucked up. We tried to jam propaganda down your throat instead of a story. We'll do a story.
Right.
Why won't it get?
That's a good point. The other point is
Get
because there's
my-
gigantic corporations that support fucking your kids.
I don't know if Paramount did.
Why on earth won't it get this now? I don't get it.
Let's look at
Bring
that.
data from level BP.
Listen,
How did I get
Disney
this?
in the last 3 years, probably 5 or 6 times. I mean, not
Or is it
Disney,
here? Maybe this is it.
I
Okay.
never went into Disney not one time, nothing. Never got the first time they got a dime from me since the Gina Carano thing was I went to go see Ant-Man, which holy shit, did I get paid back for that? I was
Okay,
paid back.
there it is. So get my Verifim level blueprint.
Yeah, I mean, this is the whole thing. Like,
But then,
our ability to,
so it's reading the value of variable my Verifim level
I'm
blueprint.
more concerned about
Right?
my ability to control what my kids are consuming and how they're being educated. in
And it's-
schools. And these corporations, these entertainment corporations, are offering them these shiny, colorful.
And its value is 0.0. Why is that?
In exchange for.
All right, so put that back in the string. Let's just dump this. I don't need that. No, that's just going to be zeros.
Season like Star Trek that is not promoting those ideals and it's back to story.
Then the money from that goes to funding the same enterprise.
Well, let's see. If it does, then that's
Sale
it.
map.
We gotta see if
So
if
here has got to
Paramount
be
actually came out against the,
set
parental
to
rights
your wind direction.
in education bill.
Then
Again,
in the
that
event
means-
graph,
I
I
don't know.
have.
I don't know if they did. I don't know if any. That
Maybe
was
this does need to be here. Why don't I?
because they were based
Why don't I just move this stuff to the back side of that? Right. So let's move this here.
I mean, Jesus, they had their own
Begin
fucking
play.
police force in the United States of America. A corporation had their own police force. They had way too much power.
Haji
Let's
says
do this.
Paramount is not the KKK. It's a silly analogy, EBS. Thank you.
Break.
Yes. It is it's called hyperbole to illustrate a point.
And there.
Yes, you're right.
Let's do that.
Joker 1128 says
Set
exactly
to
these
my
companies
care.
don't
I
know
don't need to
themselves.
mess with that. Right. That's
I know
the
we
value of
said
the
that.
variable.
It's
I don't
very
care.
strange.
So now, cast to art game state base.
Obviously, they're noticing.
We're setting
seasons to review.
this.
Please tell me it's okay to
Hopefully,
touch it.
after this
They're
stuff is
getting
completed.
fucking destroyed.
Although
So I'm all for like, hey.
I don't know. Maybe it needs to be down here once it's.
Redemption arc, okay, fix it. But it start fucking around again, and they're-
No,
they'll be
that's
doing-
where it does these things. So, I mean, it runs those functions. Hopefully, that was the problem. Maybe it runs those functions and then it should cast to BPR game state base, get the wind direction, and set my var as whatever the wind direction was.
From the artist. All right, now look at this here, and that's who said that? That's
Compile.
pronoun. Not
Save.
Supreme
Now,
this
hopefully,
is
I'll
like
get
lunacy if you find
something
yourself
printed in
involved
white.
this. Without respect, we reject Black Book critics who disregard. Alright, so this is a video about
I
Doomcock.
don't understand like your point and Doomcock's point. Like I get it. Like you know, I'm probably being naive because they probably will just.
Our points are the same. Yeah, me and Doomcock agree with.
I need something printed in white. There we go.
And that was my initial reaction. In fact, the first tweet I put out when
Okay.
people were saying, "Oh, it's good."
Let's see what happens. Damn it.
Then it's a game.
Okay, so it stopped printing after a while. Let me get rid of the orange. What was printing in orange? That's in the sloop, right? Let me stop that.
This isn't good, and
We gotta get to Rigel 7 to protect trans kids.
Right. I mean, I'll talk about that maybe, possibly. It's everything else. Like for me, all of this stuff, it's just gone. It's gone way too far. When they're actually invading real life politics and trying to make a difference, the mask is slipped, and we see them for who they are now. So it's not just a matter of. That was kind of funny because this movie was woke and it was a piece of shit, and how weird these people are. They're actually really trying to affect the culture in real ways that desecrate the idea of what parents' responsibility is, their rights to their children. These people have no respect for that. None. They have no respect for parents, and they really they think they should be the moral arbiters. They think that they're the ones who have the right to reach out and touch
Listen,
your
they've
kids.
already affected a generation. Everybody got their kid that shot, and people were also like, "Should I be doing this?" And the people, everybody can fly. Like it's like, everybody did. That's not really put down. It's just the little fucking way it is. It's like my kid can't play on the baseball team. He can't do this. They can't be in the play. They can't do this. They can't go to school. And everybody was kind of strong-armed to doing something. Like, hey, is this,
Okay.
sure, this is okay.
So now I only see one. I don't see the white anymore. It only ran at once.
That's depressing, Cecil. You think that's true?
I'm a depressing
Well,
Zach
maybe it
said,
is working, but it's just not
put a
setting it.
Band-Aid over the bleeding stump of a beheaded
Right?
franchise.
Maybe I need to set
It's a desperate
set it to
ploy
run
lead
on
the audience
the
back
timer.
and just lop off more heads. The card cannot get
Let's
better
watch it for a
because
minute.
refuses to undo 2 seasons
But I
of
think
nothing but
that
failure.
might be the problem.
It's the same with Doctor Who.
We'll
The
find out in a
producers are
moment. Okay, back to it. Now I need to figure out a way to get something through. I got to make it pass through, and I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people talking
let's
about
figure
how
that out.
he was going on.
How about this? Let me
There's this, you know,
to my
the thing
character.
about,
Why don't I try this stuff down here, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Let's cut this.
He deleted it all.
Are you sure?
Why isn't that in
Go to
here?
videos.
Come
Let's look
on.
again.
Really?
Okay. Did you watch any videos about this?
No.
There we go.
No.
So let's do this instead.
We got cartoonist.
So
Kate
after
Baker
that,
to deliver a eulogy
do this.
for the mainstream American comic book industry. I
Oh, that's
spoke
weird.
about that. We got some on Mags
Break.
Massagio.
Let's see if this works.
Gays in Comics.
When I hit the
And
button,
then we got Jonathan Hickman.
maybe
and
it'll
Ryan Hitch
print
getting
in white.
together here.
It's too late.
compile, save.
Yeah, those
Okay.
kayfabe dudes are totally punk rock, man.
Look
Play.
at that.
Yes.
Oh, he looks like a
Okay.
Make-A-Wish kid.
Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach. And the Critical Drinker. Like the first year or so of the.
I need this
and
to
then I had
match
check on it because
red, green, blue.
I got a strike like.
Fucking A,
every
it
day.
works.
I will
Wow.
just kind of go in the backyard.
It worked.
And look up at the stars.
Oh
watch the
boy.
clouds, because I
Eureka.
never do that.
Eureka. Eureka.
But you
I have
dude,
found
like,
it.
I tried to
Haha.
separate the art from it.
Okay, I can pass the variable. Fucking A, it works. Wow. It worked. Oh boy. Eureka. 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 I have found it. Listening to a radio show and I thought they were talking. That was me. Oh boy, that's exciting. Wonderful news. Okay, look at that. And it matches, right? 104, negative 114, negative 114. And give me a blue one, dark blue. Give me a dark blue. There, 83. Beautiful. All right, dude. Now we're cooking. I think we're in business now. So, oh boy. Now, ironically, the direction is the last one that I'm going to use because I have to set up the. I need to go get my Arma configs for the sloop because I had this working in Arma. I think, pretty sure I did, and I had the points of sale all calculated. Actually, I put a shitload of work into that too, and I got the points of sale for the sloop. And it's been a long time. It's been a couple of years. But I think what I did, I had the best angles for the sails to be set so that the relative angle of the wind, so you have the forward vector of the ship, and then the sails are offset from that. That's something, either zero, like when they're straight back, or whatever angle, 30 degrees, whatever they can go before they hit the ratlins. So the relative angle between the sails and the wind direction, and at different points of sail, it gets more power. I think for now, what I want to do right now is set it up so that how do I want to do this? I want to pass through the wind speed and strength and direction. I want to get them neatly pushed through from the level blueprint into the sloop. And I don't know, I'm not sure what I want to do with wind speed and strength. Like, what's more important? I mean, strength is kind of a big deal. Wind speed is, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll just use strength and direction right now. And I think at first, to drive the ship, I'm just going to use strength. And I'm just going to have it act on the center of mass of the ship, which means I'm going to have to use a huge multiplier, like 1,000,000 times or something. Maybe 100,000, I don't know. I'll start with 100,000 and we'll see what happens. Like right now, I think it's at 100,000 and it's just kind of creeping along. But I'm going to substitute, because right now I think it's basically using a constant to just gently push the ship along. So what I want to do is put, let me get it neatly set up so that it takes speed, strength, and direction in, and uses I'll say the strength to push the ship. I almost think that speed and strength should be the same thing. Like I don't see a distinction between them. I mean, the faster the wind goes, the harder it's blowing, and you know, I mean, I don't know what the difference is. But I'm going to, for now, use strength and direction, and I don't really care about speed. Because I mean, really, yeah, I think strength and direction are what I really need. So what I want to do is clean it up and push it. Oh, that's so freaking cool. Look at that. So in white, the number in white is passed from the level blueprint. So the other colors are all printing from the level blueprint. But the one in white I believe, yeah, the one in white is coming from the sloop, or it's printing in the sloop, right? Let's look at that. Oh no, oh shit. Well, crap. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't be too excited yet. Oh, it's not. Damn it. I was a little excited there. Okay, so the white is printing from, well, shit. The white is printing, not great. Get this out of here. Yeah, shit. Spoke too soon. I got too excited too soon. Well, I got the excitement out of the way, so now I can just settle in and do the work. Level BP data to sloop. So this stuff is about to go to the sloop. So now I need to go to the sloop and I need to get my var and print that. Let's try this. Let me just try it this way. And this should be my var. Okay. So let me just print this. This should do in orange the wind direction. Let's see what happens. Okay, so white is in the level blueprint. Orange, all the other colors besides orange are in the level blueprint. The orange is, there it goes. It worked. It does work. Hot damn. Huzzah. Look at that. So I'm getting now, so the orange should match the dark blue, and the pale blue. Boy, oh boy. I wish the blue would stay on the screen a little bit longer, because I can't quite tell, but I think it's about, that looks about right. Negative 170, 143, is that right? Yeah, 144. Oh my golly. Dude. Oh boy. It's actually passing through. So the orange is past, the orange is coming out of the sloop from the level blueprint via the game state. Oh boy, man, oh man. Okay, finally. That is so freaking cool. Ha. Ooh. Yay. Hooray. 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 I'm pretty freaking excited here. Oh, don't fall off. Okay, I can pass a variable from the level blueprint into my sloop. Beautiful. Now what? Now I do it. And I've already figured it out what I need to do. I need to move speed, strength, and direction of the wind from level blueprint into the sloop. And then I can use them to, well, the first thing I'll do is I'm not going to worry about direction. I'm just going to use, say, strength to push the sloop. And I'll use a multiplier to just act on the center of mass of the sloop. And then once I get that working, then I can refine it to, relative angle. Like, in other words, if you've got a headwind and, forget, I'm not even able to move the sails at this point, but like right now, because there is some force of wind on the sloop itself. I plan to make this and I don't know how this will compare to real sailing, but I'm going to do my best to take these things into account. There's wind, like if the wind's coming from where I am, it's going to be pushing on the side of the sloop. It's not directly astern, and actually that's not even the best point of sail for the sloop. It's the best point of sail is something like, a little bit. I'd need to go deeper into the water this way, but man, oh man, that's so cool. It works. I can't believe it. All right, so what I want to do is put, oh, I'm so excited. All right, I'm going to watch her sail for a minute, and then I'm going to substitute the constant that I'm using for the wind strength. And then what I need is some kind of a math problem. All right, I've got a math problem, so I need to take into account the wind direction and strength. Because if it's a headwind, it's going to be different than if it's what do you call it, a tailwind, or a beam or whatever. Oh my golly, this is so cool. Oh, I'm so excited. This has been such a long road. Mostly because I'm a noob and I don't know what I'm doing, but man, oh man, that's so cool. Okay, so I'm just going to admire her as she sails in. And then, and I think I'm going to slow the day-night cycle down. It's getting a little distracting. And I think I saw accidentally earlier today somewhere where you can plug in to the water shader, the Gerstner waves calculator, wind direction. I may do something like that also, and I'm not sure. I'm not going to mess with that yet, but that's something that I want to consider too, and you know that might be pretty cool. But what I really am after right now is just getting the sloop to sail properly. So let me get the speed, strength, and direction into the sloop, and have, I guess, strength acting on the sloop, and I'm still just going to have her move in the forward vector. And then I can start refining it to, okay, then maybe then I'll angle this, I'll animate the sails and the yards and the booms, so they can animate and catch the wind at proper angles, and then I can start calculating my relative angles. Maybe after that I can also calculate the amount of sails. So if it's blowing real hard, say there's a storm, I want to have a random chance of, say, tropical storms or light rain, maybe even a hurricane now and then. And if you've got too much sail on, maybe it breaks the sails. I don't know. I don't know how far I'm going to go with that, but now that I can move stuff from one blueprint to another, all I think is possible. So right now, I'm going to go pour a drink and celebrate, raise a glass to my sloop and christen her, and then get her sailing. So I'll be back in just a minute. All right. What a beauty. Okay. So here we go. Okay, first things first. I want to set, let me set the timer so it's a little less quick. Now, is that set in, maybe it's in the map, right? Not the map level, or not there, but in the sun, sky, times. Is there does it have a modifier here, or do I have to do that in the daylight savings time? No, I'm not using daylight savings time. All right, let's go to Let me go to game state base. Amount to tick a second. Time of day in seconds. Make time span, right? Target hours. I think I need to watch his, wait, slider range? Oh, I missed that, right? Does that change things? Let's see. No, it looks pretty fast still. All right, I need to watch his video again, and see like where's the setting to adjust the time dilation. Whew. All right, all right, all right, man, that's so exciting. Whoa, dude, it's awesome. No, no, no. Yeah, setting looks value 2.5 ruins it for some reason. It was that way in mine too. Okay, what is this? Oh, no, mine moves. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's not multiplayer? Shit. Well, gotta figure that out. I'm not even sure my sloops are. My cannons weren't even multiple guns. I couldn't even have, even for a single player. So I'm gonna have to build this and then, and I'm trying to make it multiplayer as I go, but I'm gonna have to go over everything and just make sure that it all works once I get it to a playable state. Yeah, but I don't want that. I wanted it exactly as it was done. All right, how do I get it to do, like, how do I modify?
Time isn't really good at the seconds. Get that. Now, for the time of day, it's seconds. You have one per level. There shouldn't be more as one per level. So now the actual seconds. Perfect. Now more readable, and I could explain. We're just gonna go ahead and name this
It's somewhere in here.
and take this time and divide. So I just want to drag off this event delegates and create a new custom event. So it's named add custom event. Now I'm gonna call this time update, which this because this updates the time cycle. Now over here, we can take this time here and promote it to a variable. Now I'm gonna name this time amount to tick a second. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this time and divide. So I'm gonna take this amount to tick a second and divide 1. My reason for this is this means you can just type how many times you want this to update a second, and then it's gonna do the math and actually put it here. It's just, you could directly put in time there, but this is just easier to go ahead and adjust the timer.
How about I tick
So
less?
amount to tick a second. If I compile and save, I can type in a value of how many times it has to tick a second. So if I type 60, it's gonna update 60 times a second. Now we're also gonna go here to this loop and tick this on. This is very important. This is the thing that actually makes sure the system works. So please don't forget this. Now, the first thing we're gonna do in time update is take our time of day in seconds and set it to our time of day in seconds plus amount we want to add on each tick. So we're gonna go ahead and promote this to a variable. Amount of seconds to add per tick. So yeah, this is amounts of seconds to add per tick. If we compile and save,
What does that mean, though?
let's say every tick we add 60 seconds, which means that every second we waste this amount of time. So this is how many seconds passes away. I'm gonna put it on 60 for now. You can adjust these values like you want.
Oh, I see. So if I
you can
lower
make
that
time go
number?
real time, it's just basic math here. But we also want
Right? Like, so if that goes, well, let's try that. All right, compile and save. I'm going to tick fewer times, but let me change that. Where's sale map? No, game state base, right? That's the one here. So if I lower that number, amount of seconds add per tick, so let me go back to, let's take that down to 30. Compile, save, file. Let's just play it and see. It should go much more slowly. Play in editor, of course. I'm going to restart in a minute. Just this requirement to save the auto saves is sort of annoying. Okay, the sun does not look like it's flying across the sky. I mean, it's still kind of quick. So how about I go a little less? Like, let's go, two things I want to check. One is the latitude and longitude, right? Let's find that. And that'll be in, actually that'll be in here in the sun sky, right? So let me check that. Let me get the latitude and longitude set for Aves Island. I'm just going to use that as a convenient fixed point. Latitude and longitude. Okay, here, open up. Open a new window. Maps.google.com. Island. Aves is nice because it's near where I imagine this cluster of islands is, and it's a fixed point, and it's very small. It's like, you know, down here. It's in the middle of nowhere, which is kind of nice. So 15, let me save this. Copy. Copy. And let's go here. V. 3 and no. Copy. No, hey, what happened here? Yeah, that's good, right? That's better. What the hell? Why is this changing? Listen, dude, I don't want this freaking thing set at a different... All right, where's my... or it's gone... I'm going to have to open this up and do it in here, aren't I? Because it's not allowing me to set it in the map. And it's never going to change, so that also doesn't matter. So let's go to... Where is it? Is it in base? Should be. Dynamic environment. Right? Sun, sky. Let's go here. That's why it's changing. So let's go here. V. And then it's 15 something. Abby someone. Okay, copy. Yeah, let's do this. This is my default now. Aves Island. And I think it is -5, but let's see. Aves Island. UTC. -5. I think it's -5.5 or something like that. -4.5. 4.5. Okay. Compile. Save. And now we also want compile. Save. Lovely. We're not using daylight savings time. Forget that. Never happening. Daylight savings time has not even been invented and is no good. Let's start at noon. How about that? Compile. Save. File. Save current level. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to restart real quick, and then I'm going to dive into the magic of moving all of these data points into the wonderful new sloop that will be driven by wind. So I'll be restarting the stream in about 5 minutes. It takes about 30 seconds to restart the computer, a couple more minutes to get everything loaded up.